Good day everyone, this is Forex with me live. Today I'm excited and I'm pleased to share with you an indicator I've been using, which I've tested, and I feel I could just give you a glimpse of it. This indicator is more or less trend indicator. All you need to do is to look out for trends and examine it with few price action, and you are good to go. So what is this indicator? Before I share it with you, please do well to like, comment, ask your questions about whatever video you have learned so far on my channel in the comment section. So what is this indicator? This indicator actually is one of the current indicator we have been using. So but this time we are just going to use it in confluence with our price action. And how do we detect price action here? I've also generated a glimpse of how to do that. So let me explain. For instance, on this pair USD now as you can see, we are looking at blue moving average, and we are looking at other two moving average and also a cloud. What we are supposed to look out for now is to see the trend. Then how do we see the trend? So this is 10 minutes. I'm going to 1 hour to figure out the trend. As you can see, this trade, we were on the downtrend here, and the market ranges for a bit. I started moving to the uptrend here. So let me talk about how to detect this uptrend. Now, what I need to do is to look for my price action. How do I do that? I mark the highs and the lows. How do I do that? I'm going into my indicator menu, go and get a tool. This arrow tool is one of my best tools to spot that. As I was here, I can see that the direction of the market changes a bit. You can see the white lines on my candlestick indicates the point which I'm going to mark out to check directions. So this arrow or these lines indicate the points I'm going to mark out for direction. So previously, if I use this arrow, in fact the arrow is one of my best tools I'm actually using for now to discover trend aside the moving averages. So now it's obvious that we are on a downtrend here. Now as we reached this point, this is the point where the downtrend ceased. Then our first breakout happened here. Then we have almost an equal highs around this point. So at that point, I start marking my levels to see change. So if for instance my levels are here, you can see how the arrow line is helping me to discover range in the market. So with this now, I have a good confirmation of what I need to look for. In this case, I'm not looking for a range market, but rather a trendy market. And with this, if you understand chart patterns, this has formed a pattern for you which you need to actually look out for. So if you need video on chart pattern, please send it in the comment section so that I can do a video on that. Now the next one is this. I'm going to be going to 10 minutes. That's what I use to take my trades. For instance, it gave me an obvious point, and from that point I'm able to do what? I'm able to expect and anticipate my buy trend. Now how do I check for buys? Immediately market starts changing direction. After the market is coming down and is going up at this point, the next point I have to look out for is this. So in this case, I can check an arrow. I can pull up an arrow again to indicate buyers taking over. This is a point, and from here I can obviously see that market is actually taking up on a higher trend. So which means that after looking at this very particular spot where market could not retest back to the previous low and went higher than the previous high, from here I'm going to be looking out for my buy trade. Then the next confirmation on this is my moving average, the blue moving average. It indicates that the market is trying to move higher. So where is my entry point? My entry point is here at this point. Here is my entry point. So from this point I can take my trade, and I'm going to take it, and as you can see the market rallied up until here. So at this point again I'm started to see another movement which I need to look out for, probably a reversal, but market is kind of ranging here. So at this point now I'm drawing my lines again to see what is clear and apparent. So the first point is that market make higher highs and higher lows, and as it is currently, if I'm looking for a reversal, that means the market must make a lower high, and my first lower high here is around this point. This is my first lower high here, and this first lower high indicates that market is about to what? To reverse. We have another lower low here, so I'm going to mark up another point for lower low here. We have another lower low here. So at this point now, the first thing I can do is to start looking for how to trade this range to the downside. So, and if I'm going to be trading this range to the downside, what I need to look out for is the cross of these two moving average. So let me go back in time to show you when the market move and pull to the high side. Yeah, you can see this cross actually, which forms the entry, was on the cloud, a little bit outside the cloud, forming a buy setup, which I'm actually looking for. And with that, I'm able to take my trade. If I couldn't enter here, I would have gotten another entry around this point. These are how I take my trades. So as you can see these points now, I'm actually seeing a direction to the downside. I must make sure I see a cross on the higher highs, like this one, to the downside. This is the first change, so that's why I'm still holding on. But I will share with you in a moment how I made profit from USD JPY. So this is how I'm going to trade. What are the indicators I'm using? So let me quickly go and share it with you. So if you are looking for a downside, for instance, in 1 hour when I showed you this, I was looking for a downside. Let's see. As you can see, anytime the market cross on the after the higher highs in the cloud, I can take my trade and take my risk to reward ratio in 10 minutes. It crosses inside here as well. That's my entry point, and it crosses in here again. That's my entry point. So these are my entry points until market pulls back and refuses to go lower. So from this point now, as market moves back, it went back to the previous high here. Then there is no longer selling pressure on the market, so the trend has collapsed. So we will now have to wait to see a new trend before we take it. So this is a trendy trading strategy. Feel free to subscribe and ask your question in the comment section. So let me quickly share with you the indicators. The first one is the 200 exponential moving average. So this is the setup, and the second one is 21 exponential moving average. This is the setup. One is 10 exponential moving average on a close. Then on the confirmations is the Ichimoku, then 1, 10, and 21, all the same. But in this case, I'm closing out the Tenkan-sen, the Kijun-sen, and the Chikou-span, while leaving the up Kumo and the down Kumo with these colors. So that's that about that. And then the last one is one simple moving average at close. So these are the indicators. Now, what does this one moving average does? One moving average is the white one, and the white one actually showed me the level when the market turned. That's all I need to see. That's all I need to see. That's why the one moving average is there, to show me when the market turns, so that I can draw my line perfectly well. If you don't have this skill, please add it to your toolkit so that you'll be able to use it very, very well. So, and as you can see, the market moves. And more so, I share this on my Telegram channel. So if you know you are not there and you would like to join, it's free. Just check the link in my bio and enter. Thank you so much.